Hello everyone. This is a video of a project I was recently involved in where we take a Excel file that is essentially a payment file and we create a CSV with that file, we turn around and we upload it to the bank to make a series of payments. The reason that this saves about 2 to 3 hours per day is because previously the individual, once the file was balanced by the daily deposits, had to go into the bank, clear out the previous bank template, make sure all of the payees were active, and then key in the amounts, print a report to make sure it's balanced, and then hit send. This actually creates a freeform CSV file from their balanced transaction report, and it completely skips over the need for any kind of bank payment template. And again, this saves 2 to 3 hours per day. It took me maybe a day to create, but it's a good kind of example of how to automate the creation of a CSV file. So here we go. What you are seeing is an Excel file with various tabs in it. Let me walk you through the format of this really quick. This first Create CSV tab really is the working area where their accountants will clear this data from the previous day's file. They'll copy the new balanced payment report in. They'll simply hit this button and the CSV will create it for them. It also creates an error report. It goes through and checks and makes sure that all of the accounts are mapped, all the names and payments are accounted for, and if it can't find an account, it'll go ahead and let you know and create an error report. So basically, the way that this company works is they get a number of funds every day from various health plans, various payer sources. They balance that file and they turn around and they send it back out to physician groups. So they're essentially a clearinghouse for these physician groups, saving them a little bit of time, posting money, identifying payments, and things like that. This is the format of the reconciliation file that they come up with before they run this process. This is a map of clinics and divisions because it has to have their account number and routing number in order to work. Additionally, I wanted to mention that these are completely fake names, clinics, account, and bank ID numbers. These are randomly generated numbers. None of these are real. I have instructions here. Once the files run, it'll create an upload report that looks like this with totals. It leaves a copy of a detailed CSV. It also leaves a copy of a summary CSV. And the summary CSV just basically says, if you're one clinic that gets 10 payments, we're not going to make 10 debits to your account. We're going to compress that up to 1 debit and provide you with a report so you can see where that money goes. It also creates a by batch by division report. And these 4 tabs here are deleted and rerun every time. So let's pretend that we need to clear this data. We click the button, we clear it. We come over here and we've got now a new transaction report from the accountant for the deposits on 10/22. We simply copy this report and we can see that it's $86,000 they've deposited and identified. Come over here, we copy it over to the template. Simply copy it in. It's needless to say it has to be in this certain format for it to work. We click the Create a CSV button and in about 1 second our CSV was output to the same folder that this file resides in with the date and the time. The reason it has a date and the time is because sometimes they might want to rerun it a couple times, maybe fix an error, rerun it again. So let's take a look at what it created. Here's the CSV right here we created. It's 9/41. Let's open it with Notepad. There it is. Let's go back to the file now and let's introduce an error. Let's say Clinic 23 isn't mapped, doesn't exist, can't find it in here. Let's try to rerun it. It now tells us they're unmapped accounts. Do we want to continue to create the CSV? Let's not. So there's no new upload file, but we've got an error report now on the Upload Report tab. So it's going to go ahead and tell us what's not mapped. So we know we need to go back and research. For some reason, Clinic 23 isn't in there. Let's go back to our records and fix it and then rerun it. It'll create the upload. So let's fix it. Now that it's fixed, we go back and run it. We're good to go again. CSV of 942. And here it is. And you can see I've run it a few times before here. At any rate, open with Notepad. Here's our CSV. It's also created a report. Let me get the right file. It's also created a report for us by batch, by division. So what they can do now is they can go in and go, you know, here's what Clinic 10 received from this batch. We've got the check numbers. So essentially, this is a report, little EOB, that tells them what's been paid. The way that this works is you almost can't break it. You can delete this if you'd like and rerun the whole thing, and in a second, your entire report's back. At any rate, this was a blast to make. It took me maybe a day. Saves them 2 to 3 hours per day. That's a pretty quick payback period, faster than we would usually get. So, appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Bye.